Hey beautiful friends, I am back finally with another video. I have been gone maybe it feels like a long time, but I think it's only been like less than a month. But I wanted to come on and tell you where I've been, give you an update on my life, and just catch up with you and get back into doing videos. So here we go. So the first exciting thing that I have been up to since I took a short break from YouTube is, if you saw my thumbnail, if you follow me on social media, you probably already know this, but I did write my first ever book. It is a guided journal for cancer patients, and it's called Cancer is an A-Hole. And I was able to self-publish this on Amazon, which is super exciting. I figured out, that's basically what I've been doing, is figuring out self-publishing for the past 20 days, but I figured out how to self-publish books. So I've made like a lot of just like journals, like with funny covers, but this is my first actual thing that I took the time to sit down and write like the inside of, and it's a guided journal, so there's like prompts and stuff, but it's not the traditional cancer patient type story. It's not a story, but it's not this traditional like, you're so brave, you're so strong, let's be inspired. It's not like that. It's like really funny, and it's like my approach to dealing with cancer that I've shared with you on here and also on my TikTok if you follow me. So I have sold like 8 or 9 copies, which is awesome. I didn't know if anybody would even buy one, so it's just the beginning. I have just published it like a week ago, so I'm excited to see like what this grows into, and I don't know, write more stuff. So I'm just gonna show you really quick like a few example pages, and I'll link it below to Amazon. It's available in multiple countries, so I'm gonna link the US one, but if you're in another country you can get it there too. So like on the first pages, it says, have you ever been told sugar feeds cancer by a well-meaning friend or relative? Yeah, me too. In honor of these experts, draw your favorite sweet treat. Mine is donuts. So it has like a place where you can draw a sweet treat, and it's kind of feeding into that like whole people telling you what to eat during cancer. And feeling frustrated, just write the F word a bunch of times for fun. That's right there. And there's a whole bunch of other topics about things that people don't really talk about, like cancer groupies and people just coming into your, like, that's people coming into your life just to kind of latch on to your tragedy. Just stuff people don't talk about in a funny way. So that is number one, what I've been doing. Number two, I have been running my Etsy store. Not that I am probably even breaking even when you think about all the supplies I've bought. We won't even talk about that. But my Etsy store is slowly coming along, which is great. I've just felt really thankful to have been able to make like some custom things, and also things that I offer every day, but just things that have touched people. And I've had several people reach out to me that they, you know, cried when they got the item, or their friend cried, or their relative cried, and that's really means a lot to me, because like, you know, most everything I sell or do, i.e. the book, is a funny way of looking at a really, really hard situation. So that's awesome. And then also, my video I did about lymphoma has gotten like thousands of views, and people reaching out to me who have gone to the doctor after watching it, and or like paid more attention to their symptoms, or looked into it further, or they just don't feel alone, and that is awesome too. I am glad that that video, just a quick video I thought of just to try my best to raise awareness, has gotten a lot of views and a lot of attention, because it means that people are, you know, maybe they didn't disregard that lymph node that's swollen or those symptoms they have. They are kind of taking more attention to it, or paying more attention to it, and that means a lot to me, because if I can just help like one person recognize that, you know, something is more than you think, and get help, and, you know, get a cure or get treatment, that's great. Or just feel less alone. That's my goal here. So I'm trying to think what else has been different. So I did make the decision, which was really, really hard and controversial, I'm sure, but I did make the decision to send my daughter back to school. She is only going 3 hours a day, but it's voluntary pre-kindergarten, VPK, in Florida. So she started that like 1 week ago. So if you hear I don't have COVID, she had a little cold from school. It's not COVID. But, you know, of course, when you go to daycare or wherever, the colds start. But it was good for her and good for me because I was trying to do school at home, and I've just kind of come to the realization that I'm not a teacher. I mean, I knew that already, but she would just get more frustrated with me because I'm her mom, and, you know, when she didn't get something right, I feel like she thought she was, like, disappointing me, which she's not, but she's a very mature 5-year-old, so I think that's kind of what was running through her head. She missed playing with children. Literally, it was just me and her every day for like the last 9 months while I was recovering from my stem cell transplant. And like I said, it's my own personal decision between myself and my husband, and it doesn't really matter what anyone says, but we thought about it for 9 months and she's really happy. And it's only for, like I said, 3 hours a day, and I think it's through June or something like that. So I'm just happy that she's happy, and it gives me 3 hours a day to kind of dedicate to art stuff and Etsy and whatever else I want to be doing. Also, not gonna disclose like what it is, but through Fiverr, surprisingly, I was able to get an opportunity it's not through Fiverr, but that's how I met the person, to do some work on a contracting basis, not anything extravagant, nothing like paying the bills, but it's just cool. I like been getting these little opportunities to do some things that I never thought I'd be able to do after I quit my job, and I'm still recovering. So that's awesome. It just shows you that like the universe will bring things your way in a way that you never thought. So like when you make risks and stuff and take chances, it's funny how things start to fall in place and you have more time to dedicate to things that are your true passions, and things start coming out of them. I know I'm not naive that people just can't quit their job. Thankfully my husband works and he likes his job, but I took a risk to do that, and so far I'm happy and I'm liking it. So with the I don't know how I'm gonna title this video. I might title it like Cue the Anxiety, because I'm kind of anxious lately because I thought that my next scan for making sure that I'm still in remission was not going to be until April, but one doctor said 6 months, and then my main doctor in the notes had wrote 3 months, but I just kind of chalked it up to like typo. So I called Mayo Clinic to try to make my next appointments, which would be for April, because my doctor gets booked up like so fast. And they're calling me like, hey, we see it's 6 months versus 3 months, la la la. And they're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. What does the doctor want me to do? Because you know me, I'm like, I don't want any freaking scans. So long story short, it turns out my doctor does want me to get scanned in 3 months since the last one, which would be this month. So now I have a scan next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, not sure. But I was like, oh, so scan anxiety is really real for cancer patients. Like every time you go to get a scan, it's like, because you never know what's gonna happen. And so like I've just been really anxious because of that. Just trying my best not to think about it, but clearly I'm talking to you about it, so I'm thinking about it. But I don't know, hopefully it's like I got the scan done early, it still shows I'm fine, and move on with my life. But you know, I just hate that whole process. So I'm doing that next week. Hopefully I'll have nothing but good news to tell you after that, but you know how it goes. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I've been doing. This week I am going to go to the orthodontist to ask about like adult braces. Like my teeth are pretty good, but they have some spaces, and I've pretty much dealt with it my whole life, but I've always wanted it to not be like that. So I'm gonna go see what they say. I've had a spacer that like slowly breaks your jaw when I was a kid to kind of align and overbite, but I think that gave me TMJ because I grind my teeth a lot. So that's another issue, is like I'll wake up and my whole jaw is sore and terrible. So I am gonna go see an orthodontist. I like was always like one of those people like, I don't want to be an adult with braces, but at this point I've been bald and I've shown it on the internet and everything else, so I'm not like that concerned about the way that I'm gonna look if I have braces. So I'm gonna go see about that. Obviously if I do end up doing that, I'll probably make videos about it, because I think adult braces are something that people think is taboo or look into or whatever, I don't know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to just think of everything that I've been doing and tell you guys. I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Check me out on Instagram. I have my personal Instagram is at Oh You're So Tough. I have my business Instagram, Oh You're So Tough _designs. I have an art Instagram just for random things that I'm drawing, Oh You're So Tough _art. And you can check me out on there. My Etsy, I'll link my Etsy below in case you want to look. I'll link my book below in case you want to look. I'm one of those people now. What else can I get? A book, an Etsy, YouTube I have, a Twitter, an Instagram, a TikTok. I have them all. So check me out. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully with good news. And see you guys later. Bye.